Good morning. Welcome to Proof Weight Loss Surgery Works. It is I, BandedWendy, your Tuesday vlogger. Want to start off by thanking you all for watching and your comments last week on the topic. I loved reading the comments down below in the thread, so thank you so much. This is another great topic. I'm going to do my best with it. I would suggest grab a pen, piece of paper, write down the questions and your answers. Feel free to leave us a comment, and we do welcome any and all response videos related to the topic. So please feel free to join in. This week's topic is important as a weight loss surgery patient and or someone just trying to simply lose weight or maintain weight loss. To graze or not to graze? That is the question of the week. And there's three parts to the question. We're asked to give tips to avoid eating constantly, provide ways to break a grazing habit, and suggest foods that I reach for that are better snacks than others, right? So I first want to start off by saying that I was a grazer. I was a eat all day, eat anything I wanted to, and as much of it as I wanted to eat prior to weight loss surgery. Back in March of 2009, I had lap band surgery. And as many of us know, it all starts right then. Everything is pretty much cut off and eliminated and reduced down and shrunk, and it takes a while before you are actually in a place that you are eating in a normalcy capacity, right? So there's a lot to learn, and it's an ongoing process. And for me, I was told, in the literature I was given with my lap band, eat 3 small meals a day, eat protein first, drink 64 ounces of water, take your daily vitamins, and make sure you get your exercise. That was just a start, right? And I can remember thinking how overwhelming that was, and there was so much for me to figure out, but grazing was somewhat eliminated in the early stages because I simply could not eat that much or didn't have a desire to eat, right? So I can remember speaking with my bariatric surgeon about the 3 meal a day thing as I got further and further out into my journey. Maybe like the 8-week to 15-week mark, we had this conversation. And he said to me, "Wendy, this is not a concentration camp. We are to eat when we are physically hungry, and we are to reach for firm protein. And we are to eat until we have hit satiety, where our hunger is gone. And with that, make sure you count your calories and count your protein. You're going to be okay. Drink your water." And I was like, okay, all right, not a concentration camp. I made a video about that years ago now. So, and I actually saw my surgeon last week, and he follows me on Facebook. So I do the Stoma Awareness Project, and he sees everything I'm eating and drinking for the month of August. And he commented, "I'm watching you." He said, "You do a lot to curb your hunger." The amount of water I drink, as well as the caffeine that I drink, and my body effects. All 3 are appetite suppressants per my surgeon. So hopefully I have some information to share here that'll be interesting. Tips: I drink my water. The goal is 64 ounces a day. I aim for 101.4. I drink from the beginning of the day when I wake up through the end of the evening, usually until about 8:30, 9 o'clock is when I wrap up my drinking of the water. I drink before I have my breakfast. I drink in between breakfast and lunch. I drink in between lunch and dinner, and I drink post-dinner, right? So I'm drinking water all day. If I'm not drinking water, I'm drinking a tea misto, which is 10 ounces of water, 10 ounces of non-fat milk, 119 calories, 10.9 proteins. So I'm either drinking water or I'm drinking water with protein, right? I always reach for protein first. What does protein first mean? For me, it's a 10-to-1 ratio. My style, my design, how I live it. It works for me. So if it has 100 calories, it needs to have 10 proteins, or I'm not putting it in my mouth. Protein is what gives us that satiety. Firm protein has to be broken down by the body. It's very challenging for the body to break that up. Therefore, the satiety level gets hit quickly, the hunger goes away, and the body has to take a long time to digest it. That is what my weight loss surgery tool is designed to do for me, right? So I have to work with the tool, not against it. planned meals and snacks. I know on Sunday what I'm eating Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday for breakfast and lunch, right? It's planned, it's made, it's packed. I know the calories, I know the protein. When it's breakfast time and it's lunchtime, I reach for it, right? It works for me. So I have a plan and I work the plan. In the evenings, I typically know on Sunday I have 2 or 3, 4 options that I can assemble at any time. They're all protein based. So it starts with some type of meat, seafood, fish, beef, combination, and I build from there. So it's always building from the protein first. And then I check the clock. I have a lap band. One of the reasons I love my lap band, and I was sold on it initially, was for the longevity of satiety, for the longevity of restriction. I can go in and get a fill or an adjustment at any given time, right? So we're supposed to be able to be satisfied on firm protein for somewhere between 2 to 4 hours. Preferably 3-hour mark, you're right in that sweet spot, we call it, right? So I look at the clock and I check, what did I eat? How much of it did I eat? How long has that kept me satisfied? And if I start noticing that as you're working up with the lap band to get to that sweet spot, because it does take some time to get there, and or in maintenance now, at 3 years plus in maintenance, I start noticing, am I eating more? Is it taking more to stay satisfied? Am I hungry sooner than 3 hours? Because if any of those questions are yes, 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 it's time to go see my surgeon. It's time for a fill, right? Chewing gum, sucking on a mint, great ways to keep our mouths busy, right? Breaking the habit. Clean your environment, guys. I mean, I don't know if anybody else ever did like the South Beach diet or any of those diets pre-weight loss surgery, but I can tell you there were countless times I went into my kitchen and I opened up the cabinets and everything that had a white processed flour, sugar, any of that, wheat, gone, right? So that's what I would suggest you do here. If little by little things are coming into your space that are not good for you, then it's time to clean the environment, get rid of the junk. Because when we hear snacks, often that's what grazing can be. From where we come from, the society that we live in, snacks are considered to be crappy carby crap, right? Well, it doesn't have to be. There are other options. I'm going to try to hit those. Get rid of the crap. Clean the environment. Stop. Halt. Right? Am I happy? Am I angry? Am I lonely? Am I tired? Ask yourself these questions in a moment that you're thinking about going to graze on something. Am I physically hungry? Am I mentally hungry? Figure it out. Stop long enough to ask the question, and that may help you break the habit of reaching for food. Something that Grell and Vegan taught us all, right? The answers to my problems are not in the kitchen. The answers to my problems are not by shoving something in my face. Try it on for size. See if that's your case. Food journaling. Food documentation. A lot of people use MyFitnessPal. Not my thing. I use a Post-it note and a pen. Stick it in my wallet at the end of the workday. I eat breakfast and lunch here. And then I pull it out of my wallet at the end of the day when I get home, and I write whatever I have the second half of my day. Total it up, I take a picture of it. I also take a picture of all my food and share it with my pocket peeps, along with the calories and the protein. Document your food, builds the awareness in our mind. What am I eating? Why am I eating? And if you can find friends to share that with, which I think a lot of people like MyFitnessPal for that, you're winning, right? Plan 3 meals. We're going to eat, right? That's what we're going to do. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner don't necessarily have to be categorized to breakfast foods, lunch foods, dinner foods. Eat breakfast for dinner if you want. Doesn't matter. But plan that you're going to have a minimum of 21 meals in a week. What are they going to be? Make it protein. And then after you build your protein-driven 21 meals, what are going to be good, satisfying, smart, portion-sized, protein-driven snacks you can reach for if you have the desire? What are they? Fill in those blanks, create your shopping list from your meal plan, go buy it, plan it out, Work the plan, success, I betcha, right? Foods I reach for to get here. We're going over 10 minutes. Foods I reach for. My Baby Bell Light, 50 calories, 60 proteins. Hard-boiled egg. I'm in love with brown, cage-free hard-boiled eggs right now that just taste better. 70 calories, 6 proteins. String cheese. I'm loving the Stringster string cheese. 70 calories, 8 proteins. I got 2 different types of jerky I reach for. This one's 60 calories, 9 proteins for an ounce. This one I love too, which is 60 calories and 11 proteins. These I have on hand unopened, just in case foods. Protein bars. This right here is my #1 favorite. 200 calories, 20 proteins. This is my second best favorite. 118 calories, 20 proteins. And on occasion, an oh yeah bar I'll do, which is 190 calories, 15 proteins. These are limited. I always have these on hand in my purse, in my car, in my office. Quick hunger. And oftentimes, I just need a bite or a half of it to cut the hunger pain. Hot tea, caffeinated or not, hot tea soothes the stoma. You can sip, sip, sip on it. I like a tea misto. I drink anywhere from 2 to 3 of these a day, right? Very satisfying for me, and there's hot water in there and the hot milk. And then body effects. You know, I shared this with my doctor when I started taking it 4 years ago. I sell it, right? Been selling it for over a year, been using it for 4 years plus. It says right on it, this is a fat burner, energy booster, appetite suppressant, and mood enhancer. Why not, right? It's a powder base. There's 0 protein in it. It is not a protein. 30 calories. You're going to wonder how many sugars. 4 grams of sugars. 8 grams of fiber. You need to fiber. You need to poop. Body effects. This I use once, sometimes twice a day. Definitely suppresses my appetite. Gives me the energy boost. Has definitely burned off fat off my body. So this is something that helps me curb my appetite also. So that's what I do. Hopefully the sharing here will help somebody. We'd love to see and hear what you're talking about. You can do this, right? You can plan to eat every 3 to 4 hours. Work your plan. Be accountable. Don't graze, right? Planned snacking is not grazing. All right. Thanks for watching. Have a great week.